Okay, folks, and welcome. Hoping you're doing well wherever you are in the world today. We should be live now, I believe, with everything. Bear with me. Okay. We're live everywhere and anywhere right now. I believe we're actually live in 5 different locations. How amazing is that? We are just waiting for folks to come on in. I'm going to keep going backwards and forwards. We're going to begin this live stream in about 2 minutes, but I want to jump on here really quickly so obviously we could get people on, make sure everything is all working properly. If you guys can hear me, let me know. And yeah, we should be good. We should be good. There we go. We've got 5 people on here. We've got 2 people on there. This is great, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. The live stream should be about 10 minutes tonight, not including any time for questions or anything like that. And I'll be going backwards and forwards as much as I can. Okay, so I think we're all set up now. We are literally just 60 seconds away. I want to say hello to Odette. Hoping you're doing well, Odette. I want to say hi to Joanne, hi to Rashin, hi to Kelly, hi to Libby. Anybody else that's on, please do feel free to say hi. I want to say hi to Glenn. Hoping you're doing well, Glenn. Great to see you on here, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. This is a really big night, a really big announcement and everything. I'm hoping as well that I'm not killing our internet. We just want to welcome you guys so much and thank you so much for showing up. I really do appreciate it. We're going live on YouTube right now as we speak over at Mind, Body and Soul with John Morris, and we're also live all over Facebook. So there are a lot of things going on. Okay, guys. Okay, couple of seconds more, and then we are going to begin this presentation. I'm not going to be able to answer any questions during the presentation, folks, so save them for the end. I want to say hi to Catherine, hi to Debbie. Who else we got on? Hi from Susan, hi to Jeannie, hi to Penelope. Gosh, hi to Anna. That's good, Anna. Make sure you keep reading it. It's an important book. Anna's got my book. I love that, by the way. And of course, we've got any questions on YouTube where I'm going to be spending, I think, a lot of time just on focus. Then we're here. So, okay, folks. Well, I want to welcome you first and foremost to tonight's event, or to tonight's big announcement. It's really fantastic that you're on here, and I want to thank you so much for watching. Just want to check you guys can all hear me and everything. Can you all hear me? Just say yes. Hi, Claire. Hi, Linda. Hi, Melissa. Great to have you on here, guys and girls. Hey, Claire. Hoping you're doing... Guys, you are amazing. You are wonderful. You really are. Thank you so much for showing up. Hey, Doreen. Hey, Kelly. My goodness, you guys are incredible. You've all shown up here tonight. I'm actually almost in tears at the amount of people that have shown up here tonight. It is phenomenal. Hey, Shirley. Hoping you're doing well. Can you all hear me okay? Is this coming through loud and clear? It should be. I just want to make sure. Just somebody say, yeah, lovely. Okay, thank you so much, my friends. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I want to welcome you all here tonight, first and foremost. I want to tell you about something, the stuff that's going on right now in the world. And like I said, the aim of this is going to take 10 minutes, okay? So please stay on for the entire call. It's really important. What are we here talking about tonight? Well, teenagers. Teenagers are struggling in their lives more than any other time in pretty much in existence right now, in history. They are struggling with depression, they're struggling with anxiety, they're struggling with peer pressure and what's expected of them. If I was to tell you some of the things that was expected of teenagers, it would probably disgust you to your very core and make you severely uncomfortable, so I won't. They're also struggling with self-image, self-confidence, motivation, but one of the things that they're struggling with most of all is depression, and more importantly, suicides. Now, please stay on. This is going to be a little bit of a heavy topic, but I want you to know that we can do something about this. We can do something phenomenal about this. There is a lady in the United States that, and her name is Kathy Harms, and she's a staff psychologist in the United States, and she has openly said that this is the most dangerous and difficult time for teenagers to be alive, pretty much in existence. Why? Well, I want to give you some staggering statistics, okay? This is according to suicide.org, and in the Western world, teen and adolescent suicides have continued to rise dramatically over the years, as I'm sure anybody who watches the news, anybody who's seen on TV, anybody who's around full stop will know. Every 100 minutes in the Western world, they say a teenager takes their own life. Suicide is the third leading cause of teenage deaths between 15 years old and 24. Kids as young as 4 and 5 are actually taking their own lives. Between 20% and 25% of all teens express and experience depression before they reach childhood. This is a massive, massive problem. And I personally believe that there is a correlation between a number of different things. But before I get there, it may be that teenagers are struggling with a chemical imbalance. That's what causes depression. Okay. And I'm going to get onto who I am and all that kind of stuff in a minute, but it's important that you get this. Chemical imbalances cause depression, okay? But there's something else that can cause depression. It can be the things that you read, the things that you watch, the company that you keep, the social circles that you're in, and also the things that you listen to, i.e. the messages that are going on into your mind all the time. And I believe more than any other time in history, that is part of the biggest reason right now why teenagers around the world are suffering and struggling and taking their own lives. In my research, I have found that schools across the United Kingdom and the United States are more prone to bullying than ever before. As a result, kids and teenagers are putting headphones in as a defense mechanism, and then they get shouted and bawled at by the parents or by teachers. What they're doing is they're trying not to stand out. They're trying basically to hide away as much as possible and just so no one will pay them attention. And what you often find with this is sadly that amazing magical spark that made them unique goes out. And they're trying anything that they can to defend themselves, to protect themselves from anything that's there. Now, why is this important and why on earth am I telling you all this? Well, first of all, if you stayed on the call, first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Second of all, my name is John Morris. I am known, I guess, to many people around the world as a professional artist, a musician, a speaker, and an author. But more important than that, for many, many years, in fact, nearly 2 decades, I was a youth minister and I guess a youth worker to kids and teenagers around the world. I've worked in a wide variety of different institutions, a wide variety of different settings with a wide variety of different people from around the world. So why am I telling you all this? Some of my greatest moments have been spent listening to kids and teens who didn't have support from home, didn't have support from their families or their friends, and had nobody else in their life. And it's an amazing thing when you see a teenager who's dealing with something really, really difficult, sit down with me or with one of the leaders, and we help them figure it out. We help them find a plan. We help them cope. We help them with coping mechanisms, and we support them on the way of doing that. Two of the greatest gifts that I've ever been blessed with is the gift of listening, but also the gift of being able to read people, knowing when someone is upset and uncomfortable and helping them figure out where they are and where they want to be. For many teenagers that we've worked with and I've worked with around the world, they feel that no one wants to hear them. And as a result, like I said, that magical spark that makes them unique, makes them special goes out. And we don't want that. With regards to school leavers, many get to the end of their school life and they're expected to go into the work environment and know exactly how to behave, and know exactly how to act, know exactly what to say, how to be professional, how to do a job that they're not even trained for. How can they be expected to go into a school or a work environment when they've had no training on this? And this, my friends, is one of the biggest travesties in the school system around. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you possibly agree with me. So here we go. In the last year, as many of you will know, I've gone through quite major life transformations, and I'm still going through them. And it is with that that I want to share my first piece of public great news that I've put together a team. And it's called Mind, Body, and Soul. And currently there are 4 people on this team. There is myself, there is Katie, my wife, who writes the blog that you guys enjoy each and every single week. There is Sean Clark, who yesterday has agreed to help me within a project to create YouTube videos for teenagers that deal with the issues that teenagers face. And there's also the amazing Laurie Bischoff, the wife of the legendary wrestling, face businessman Eric Bischoff, who this year is going to go into the Hall of Fame, and we're delighted for him. Laurie is a certified business coach. I have a lot of experience in a lot of different areas, as I said. And there's a lot of different things. So this is the first thing. We're launching Mind, Body, and Soul officially tonight. And you can check out what we're doing at thebattlesweallface.com. But that's not the big news. That's a little bit of big news. But there's a bit more. In fact, there's a bit more of a big bit. Before I get there, I want to give you just one case study, one real quick case study. As I said, I'm going to keep this as short as I can, give you the information, and we can get on with our lives and we can start making some amazing changes. We have been coaching some amazing people, and I've been doing one-on-one coaching and life coaching. I'm a life coach, and I'm also going to be some other things, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. And it's amazing how teenagers have come in to work with us, having no idea about who they are, where they want to go in life, the kind of jobs that they want to do, and who they want to be. And in 2 sessions, we've taken them from where they are, with all those things I mentioned, to having a plan, getting really clear as to what they want to do in life. And most amazingly, not just choosing a job. A job is something that you choose when there's nothing else available, but having a career that they have chosen and that have a blueprint to sit in a sales interview and have a definitive process on how they are 95% most likely to get that job. How amazing is that? We're actually coaching people on how to get jobs. And it's not as difficult as you think it might be. People just don't think about these things, haven't done the research, and don't know how to answer the right questions. The big news is this. Though I have almost 2 decades of experience working with youths and with teens and with families and all that kind of stuff, though I have studied night and day tirelessly for all that time, I still want to do something more. Mind, Body, and Soul is amazing. We've got some great courses out there. We do some great and amazing work. But I want to do something for Mind, Body, and Soul and for myself that gives us more credibility than you can even imagine. Because when you got that credibility, people respond, doors open up, people are more willing to work with you when you got that credibility. And that is why I want to invite you to join me on a journey. As I go back to school or university, depending where you're watching this, to study for my Bachelor in Science in Psychology. I'm already doing the work, so it makes sense to get the accreditation. Achieving my degree in psychology means that we've got those extra credentials. So as the world and our audience knows, number one, that we can be trusted, but number two, that we have been trained, that we've got the letters after our name, that we're someone significant, and that they can trust us working with their children, and they can trust us working with their families. But I've got an obstacle, folks. I've got a big obstacle. I'm not going to lie. And this is where you guys come in. The obstacle is this. Like many, many things in life, it comes down to time and money. Every moment that I have to spend focusing on the non-important things is time and money that's taken away from helping a teenager, helping a family, or studying on how to help these families, how to educate people, how to get them to think. They say where your focus goes, energy flows. And I have found that, and that is why I've already begun cutting down on non-vital activities. I need to be as focused as possible so as I can help and make the biggest impact. So I want to invite you, if you're passionate about the future, If you're passionate about teenagers, if you're passionate about not just the generation that we've got to come, but the generations of the generations of the generations, if you're passionate about changing how it goes, then I want to invite you to partner with me. I want to invite you, in fact, to consider sponsoring me. And this is the part that I want you to stay on the call for. Because most people usually, no, wait, this part. The more funds that we raise, the more focus that we can give to the study of the mind, behaviors, and ultimately giving teenagers and families back their confidence and teaching them how to work better together as a unit. Now, you may ask, well, John, all that sounds really, really good, but what's in it for me? We live under the world of transaction, the law of transaction, which means that if we give, we receive. If we receive, we give. It should be the way that these things work. And that's a good question. You can sponsor me through university from as little as £8 a month. What I've actually done to make this really, really easy for you guys, if you're serious about wanting to change the world, you can. I'm willing to do the work. All we need is your support. You can literally sponsor us on Patreon. And if you click that link that's below, that's actually in the chat bar right now, wait until I've finished, obviously, because I got a little bit of information for you. You can click it, and there's tier 1, 2, and 3. Now, tier 1, you can sponsor us from £8 a month. Okay, $10 a month. $10 a month is like, you guys would spend that probably more on coffee, especially if you go to Costa or if you go to some of these other places. $10 is nothing. You lose $10. And what you will get for that $10 is, all that amazing stuff that we've been putting out there to give you guys a taster, to let you know what we're up to and what we're doing. The blog that Katie lovingly writes each and every single week. The 60-second wisdom that I give you guys each day. Well, in fact, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, because we've got different shows on, haven't we? Talking about the shows, Going Deeper, where we look at the deeper aspects of life. And the Mind, Body, and Soul podcast, where we interview people from around the world, celebrities, actors, authors, artists, musicians, to bring you guys entertainment, to bring you guys a different perspective, to bring you guys something incredible. You can support that show. Make sure that it stays free for people to watch, free for people's lives to be changed, and for amazing things to happen. You can essentially sponsor that network that has been nothing more than my creation in my mind. And you can be part of something much bigger than yourself. Really, really amazing. There's tier 2. If you're sitting there thinking, well, John, that sounds really great, but I want to give more. This sounds fantastic what you're doing. You're going to be changing teenagers' lives. Then you can go for tier 2. And you can sponsor between, what have we got here? We've got £23 a month, which is $30. $30, folks, let me put this in perspective for you, is not even a meal out at a fancy restaurant. Now, the crazy thing is you can't go out to a restaurant right now, so you might as well put the money into something that is really, really going to make a major return long term. What will tier 2 get you? Well, tier 2 will get you this. Have you ever sat there and thought, I wish I had support, but there's nowhere to find it? Have you ever sat there and thought, I really, really desire to get from where I am to where I want to be. I want to get better, but I don't know how to. Have you ever wished that there was a special group that would support you in your darkest hour and celebrate with you in your brightest day? For everybody who pledges £23 a month, $30, you will be invited to join a very select group. It's called the Mind, Body, and Soul Mastermind Group. Sounds really posh, doesn't it? And each month, the last Thursday on each month, or the last Thursday of each month, we will meet on Zoom and have a group coaching session. And what I want you guys to be doing, you can be supporting each other through groups, you can be talking to each other, you can be making brand new friends, taking your life from where it is, from just striving to thriving, to getting from where you are to where you want to be, building up friends that are going to encourage you on your journey. And you can also be asking questions. And on that show, on the final Thursday of each month, you can put it in your calendar. We will be on Zoom Live, and I will be picking out a series of these questions. Laurie at various points might even be joining us, depending on her schedule, but I'll certainly be there. And we can look at some of those questions to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Now, the final tier that we've got, this is a very, very unique tier. I've never offered this to anyone before. This is for people that are fully committed to doing this. This is the people that want to pledge, pretty much their heart and soul. Don't pass out when I say this. For £155, which is $250, you will get the opportunity to work with me one-on-one. That's right. Each week, we will sit down and have a group or have a one-on-one life coaching session. Now, normally these are valued at £50 each, which is $65, $70 each. So we made a reduction so as you guys can not only find it affordable, but also can really contribute in an amazing way. And you guys get to sit down with me one-on-one, and we're going to take you from where you want to be, whatever it is that you want to do in life. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to set goals. I'm going to show you literally how to change your life from where you are. And it doesn't matter if you're in the muck and mire and filth and decay and the most grotesque of situations, and you desire to go to that promised land. You desire to go to somewhere amazing. I'm going to show you how to do it. And it isn't all that difficult. I've done it with teenagers. I've done it with young adults. And I've done it with older adults as well that are in the 60s. I know I can do it with you. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. It may be life-limiting beliefs that you've got as well. And we're going to address those. We're going to help you not only address them, not only see them as obstacles, but we're going to be able to help you actually overcome them. Again, go from striving to thriving. Get your thinking from sort of down here to up here where you want to be. You want to be up here because that's where your goals are going to be. Most people never hit their goals. Most people never find the life that they want because they don't know how to create the life that they want. I can show you how to do that. I can show you in one session. I can show you probably in 10 minutes how to do that. It's so simple. It is so, so simple. It really is. So as we wrap up here, folks, first of all, I want to thank you so much for your time. Time is the most valuable thing. You can never get it back. So I really appreciate you guys spending the last 22 minutes here with me. I want you to know a couple of things. My plan is to continue to work while I study, putting into practice the things that I am learning and the principles that I have got going along the way. Laurie and I are actually about to release a beta test for teenagers aged 14 to 17. And if you are interested in this, please do let me know. This is literally our mastermind beta test. Okay, and it's a free course. All we ask for in return is that the students that come along give testimonials of video and audio, that they participate, and maybe even that the parents let us know. And it would be over 7, maybe 8 weeks. Okay, so if you are interested in this, let me know. Private message me. I can send you the information. We're dealing mainly with students in America, but we can work out the time difference for the UK as well, or wherever you are. And we can put this amazing thing together. In this course, we are going to be looking at a lot of different things. And I don't want to confuse you by giving you more points. So I will talk about that another day. But I want to just wrap up with this. If you are passionate, as I said, about the future of our world, if you're passionate about the next generation and generations after generations, if you're passionate about making a difference, if you're looking around the world and you're saying, my goodness, this is just horrible what's going on. Well, guess this, it is not going to get better if somebody just sticks their head in the sand like an ostrich and pretend it isn't happening. Folks, this is happening. It's getting worse. This is a reality check for you. I was in a meeting the other day. In fact, I was in 2 meetings this week, but one in particular, where I learned what the school system was like in Phoenix, Arizona, in the United States. It is scary what's going on out there, guys. And it's scary what's happening over here in the UK. And I've got that from 2 very, very reliable sources. If you really are serious about wanting to make a change, if you're really serious about changing how it goes, click that link. Support what we're doing. As I say, we are putting in the work. We're putting in the hours. We are not government funded. We don't receive any support at all in doing this. And you'll be part of something absolutely phenomenal. You really, really will. And if you've got any questions for me now, I want to open this up. I'm going to be going backwards and forwards to the various link, folks. But I want to thank you so much for listening. Allow me to present my material to you. I hope you will certainly consider it, if nothing else, because this is the start. This is how lives are going to change. It begins with one person, that leads to two, the three, the four, the five. We've already sent out a ton of emails today for our beta test. This beta test is going to be the first thing that starts to change children's lives. Some adults may feel that they're too far gone, and that's fine. But when we start working with teenagers, we can change how it goes. We can reduce those suicide rates. We can give kids back the joy of being a child. You remember it, I remember it. Some of these guys and girls have never even known it because they're expected to grow up so quickly because the pressures of life are there in such a phenomenal way. And if you watch the new show that's going to be coming out in about a month's time called Bridging the Gap with myself and Sean Clark, you will actually get to hear firsthand some of the issues that these teenagers are facing. She's an amazing, talented, wonderful, beautiful young lady. She's a singer, songwriter from here in Scotland, and I'm delighted to do the show with her. She's a little bit shy, but we're going to get that confidence boost up in her, and we're going to do some amazing things, folks. If you are really, really serious about changing the way it goes, click that link below. Support me through university. Help me get my BSc in psychology, and help us really change how this goes for people around the world. If there are any questions, I invite you to write them in the chat bar, and I would love to answer any questions that you've got to the best of my ability. If there are no questions, of course, thank you so much for watching and for listening. I'm going to be on for probably the next, however long it takes me to answer all your questions. I am here, I'm available. Let's delve into this, shall we, and see if there are any questions. Okay. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff on here that's going on. So Catherine had said that her nephew committed suicide at the age of 21. Clinical psychologist, and there was nothing that she could do to stop it. His misery ended it, and it truly began for the rest of us. And this is something that a lot of people are facing over and over again, and it's frightening that a lot of people are going through this. Want to thank you so much, Melissa, as well. Very clear, good. Thank you guys so much. Any questions? Penelope was saying that bullying has been around since the beginning of time. The only difference now is kids aren't given the tools to live through it. Yes, that's certainly part of it. Yes, there is a lot of things, folks, that people are facing and struggling with right now, for sure. And we want to do something about it. We really, really want to do something about it. And like I say, if you can help and support us in what we're doing, then, you know, we're going to make the difference. We are really going to make the difference. And now is the time to act, because if you just leave it, you know, like I say, it doesn't get any better. So, folks, if there are no questions, if you've no questions for me, no comments or anything like that, we will obviously be watching out for folks that are making comments after the live stream has completed and concluded, and we will endeavor to answer all the questions as much as we possibly can. But I want to thank you so much on behalf of all of us, on Laurie, on Sean, on Katie, and on myself, for taking the time just to listen to me, listen to my material, listen to our project and what we're doing. And I want to thank you so much. Have an amazing day, folks. Take care. God bless. I will catch you soon. Don't forget to check out the show tomorrow, where we're actually going to be addressing this issue regarding teenage suicide. Sean Clark is going to be on the show. Amazing Scott Nickel is going to be on the show. And we have got a family who has dealt with the suicide of their daughter, and how that has gone on to change a lot of other people's lives as well. So make sure to check that show out tomorrow. It airs at noon, as always, Greenwich Mean Time. And have an amazing weekend, guys. Take care. God bless. And I will see you soon. Take care. Okay. Where